Yo, what's up, you guys? Man, I feel like it has been forever since we've been on here. Had to take a little break because I was traveling for work, and I'm still doing that. However, I can't go into this final arc of One Piece without doing at least some sort of weekly or bi-weekly uploads for you guys on this channel. I just gotta talk about it. So if this is your first time here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you drop a like on the video. Hit the notification bell for future notifications. And you already know, let's get straight into it.
Hey, listen!
So today we're going to discuss 3 things that we absolutely must see going into this final arc of One Piece. As you guys would know, One Piece, we're going into its final arc. When we get off this break, One Piece is going into its final arc, and Oda's going to have to start addressing a lot of the things in the story. The first of those things, of course, being the ancient weapons. Yeah, so we actually know a decent amount about the ancient weapons. Of course, we know that Shirahoshi is Poseidon. We were introduced to her during the first arc in the New World, which is Fishman Island. We know that Poseidon is a generational thing passed down through the mermaid princesses, and with that, she is able to control the Sea King, which of course is a big deal, because having control of the Sea Kings basically means you have control of the waterways, specifically the Grand Line in the One Piece world. And of course, when you're living in a world full of water, this would be a hugely important skill and ability to have. And this definitely piques my interest as to just what Shirahoshi's role going forward in the story will be. We know that she went to the reverie with the rest of her fam. She had a horrible time. Charlos definitely got out of hand there, but it seems like maybe, Garp escorted them back down to Fishman Island, and maybe he got things under control a bit, so we'll see. Of course, the Pluton is probably the ancient weapon that we know the most about. We know that it was an ancient battleship made in the Void Century in Water 7. Of course, the crazy thing about the Pluton is the blueprints to remake the Pluton actually made its way into current time. So we know that the blueprints were handed down through the shipwrights in Water 7, eventually made its way into the hands of Tom, and he gave them to Frankie before he died. So of course Frankie burnt them, but dude, Frankie's a cyborg. Who's to say he couldn't have just copied them or something? So the Pluton is crazy. It's rumored to have island busting destructive capability, and man, Pluton has been hyped up since Alabasta, and if you're following the current story in the manga, you know that the Pluton apparently is in Wano. That is confirmed. The Pluton is in Wano. So it's crazy that Kaido and Big Mom were searching for an ancient weapon, when in reality Kaido himself was sitting on top of one for 20 years. Of course, we're interested to see what the Pluton does in the story going forward. Does it help the Straw Hats? Does it hurt the Straw Hats? Who knows? We gotta see. And then there's of course Uranus. Uranus is definitely the ancient weapon that we know the least about. It's the most elusive ancient weapon we've had in the story thus far. We don't know what it looks like. We don't know if it's a person. Of course, this doesn't stop the fan base from going wild with their imagination. We've had theories that Uranus is connected to Momonosuke and his ability to control Zunisha, which kind of makes sense to think that Zunisha herself is an island and a ship and is kind of a battleship in a sense. So, that there could be something there. We've also, of course, seen people try to connect Uranus to the Lunarians. Of course, the connection being between the name Uranus and Lunarians, both being connected to the moon. Of course, the Lunarians are relatively new to the story, and we barely know anything about them as well, but they are a race from the Void Century. They are an ancient race, and of course they're an ancient race that used to be very powerful. So this is where people draw their speculations from. And of course, we've even seen people speculate that Uranus could be connected connected to the Minks, you know, their ability to go Sulong form when they look at the moon. So there's definitely been no short of speculations and theories when it comes to Uranus. We just don't know anything about it. And of course, in a One Piece world where it has like, I think it has like multiple moons or something like that, it definitely has multiple suns. We just don't really know. Oda has kept that under lock and key so far. Can't wait to see what it holds in the future. And also the fact that when Kaido and Big Mom, when they made their pirate alliance, the first thing Kaido said that they were gonna do, the first thing on their agenda was to go after the ancient weapons. So that should tell you everything that you need to know about the ancient weapons right there. Coming in at our number 2 spot on the list of things that we absolutely must see in the final arc is the road poneglyphs. Yes, so this is huge in the One Piece story. The road poneglyphs are essential to the Straw Hats finding the One Piece and will essentially serve as the map to find the way to Laugh Tale, right? The Minks told us on Zou that with the 4 road poneglyphs, a person can find the way to the last island on the Grand Line where all the maps and the log posts stop. Of course, we know that Roger's crew had to traverse the entire Grand Line an entire time before getting to Lodestar and even finding out that the road poneglyphs existed, and then went on the Grand Line again to locate the road poneglyphs. So the road poneglyphs are an adventure in themselves, and up until this point, the Straw Hats have seen 3 of the 4 road poneglyphs thus far. We've seen the one on Zou. We've seen the one on Fishman Island. We've seen the one that Big Mom had in her position on Whole Cake Island. Shout out to Brooke, MVP of Whole Cake. But we still don't know where the last one is. Of course, it's speculated to be in Wano. I'm pretty sure it might even be confirmed that it's in Wano. However, we have yet to see it. We've seen 2 poneglyphs in Wano so far. Neither have been the road poneglyphs though. We've assumed it was to be in Kaido's possession. However, you know, it might have been locked away on Onigashima, but that wasn't the case either. Orochi didn't really seem to know anything about it. At least he didn't drop any hints. So where could it be? But if it's one thing Wano has shown us, it's that the Kozuki clan always seem to have something up their sleeve. And being the inventors of the poneglyphs, you can bet that there's gonna be that one final twist involving the road poneglyph before the Straw Hats leave Wano. Last but not least, we have none other than Monkey D. Dragon. Yeah, so this one is a little unorthodox, but I think I can speak for almost the entire One Piece community when I say, can we just see what Dragon's power is, Oda? Just show us, Oda. We've seen Dragon on multiple occasions, multiple times throughout the story, and while we've seen him do various things, he saved Luffy, he saved Sabo, he can fly, he has some sort of control over the weather, etc. We still don't know why he is the most wanted man in the world. I mean, surely it couldn't be just because he's the leader of the Revolutionary Army. I mean, no offense to the Rev fans out there, but come on, the majority of them aren't even super strong. I mean, Sabo seems to be the real muscle of that group. So on top of that, Dragon is connected to almost all the important people in the One Piece world. You know, he's the son of Garp, he's the father of Luffy, he's a friend of Kuma. I mean, didn't you see the way Akaino's demeanor changed when he found out that Luffy was Dragon's son? He basically went to a kill on sight there. Like, just saying. Yeah, so Oda's definitely planning something huge for Dragon during this final arc coming up. We just don't know what it is, but of course that doesn't mean we can't get super excited about it. I know I definitely am, but let me know down below, what do you think Oda has in store for Dragon? And while you're at it, go ahead and drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe if you enjoy the content. Hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss future videos coming up, because they're coming. So you better be on the lookout. Of course, you know the catchphrase, stay safe, stay healthy. This has been the Anime Seafood, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.